The card Pengenalan Malaysia, commonly MyCard, is a compulsory identity document for Malaysian citizens aged 12 and above, introduced by the National Registration Department of Malaysia on 5 September 2001 as one of 4 MSC Malaysia flagship applications and a replacement for the high-quality identity card. Malaysia became the first country in the world to use an identification card that incorporates both photo identification and fingerprint biometric data on an inbuilt computer chip embedded in a piece of plastic. Besides, the main purpose of the card is a validation tool and proof of citizenship other than the birth certificate. MyCard may also serve as a valid driver's license, an ATM card, an electronic purse, and a public key, among other applications. As part of the Malaysian government multi-purpose card initiative, if the bearer chooses to activate the functions. Other cards which are currently in use are soon to be introduced in the GMPC initiative and share similar features are MyKid for Malaysian citizens under age of 12 including newborns, MYPR for Malaysian permanent residents, MyTentera for Malaysian Armed Forces personnel, and MyPolis for Royal Malaysian Police personnel. Etymology. The term MyCard is a compound of two words with ambiguous meanings, namely Mayan card. My can be the ISO 3166-1 Alpha 2 code for Malaysia, or the English word My card can be the Malay word for card, or the acronym for Card Aku Ondiri, a personal identification card, or the acronym for Card Aplikasi Digital, a digital application card. Technical specifications. The initial MyCard was a contact card solution developed and manufactured by Iris Corporation, made of PC with the dimensions in the ISO IEC 7816-91 format. The initial card had a 32 kilobit EEPROM embedded chip running on MCAS. In November 2002, the capacity was increased to 64 kilobits. The upgraded and current version of the MyCard is a hybrid card containing two chips for both contact and contactless interfaces. Currently, this hybrid type MyCard is only issued in Malaysian states that employ the Touch and Go application. The MyCard chip has a data retention up to 20 years, while the card itself has a lifespan of 10 years and has been tested according to the ISO 10373 standard. Eligibility and Adoption. All Malaysian citizens and permanent residents 12 years old or above are eligible for a MyCard. From 2001, it gradually replaced an older Malaysian identity card system that had been in use since 1949 under British colonial rule, with the intention of becoming ubiquitous by 2007. Children are issued with a MyKid after birth. This card is upgraded to a MyCard on the 12th birthday. The MyCard must be replaced when a person reaches 18 years old, as it is a requirement that the photograph be current. Adoption was optional but was spurred by the waiving of the application fee of between RM20 and RM50 until the 31st of December 2005. As of the 27th of December 2005, 1,180,208 Malaysians still held an old identity card. After the waiving period ended on the 31st of December 2005, each new first-time application comes with a fee of RM10. Structure of the National Registration Identity Card Number. The current format of the Malaysian Identity Card Number, introduced in 1990, features 12 digits separated into 3 block by hyphens, as illustrated below. YYMMDDPB##G. The above format is the official format as printed on the official identity document C. G. MyCard. However, for database purposes, the NIC number may have its hyphens omitted, hence, YYMMDDPB###G. The first 6 digits signify the person's date of birth in the ISO 8601-2000 format. For example, a person born on the 16th of September 1963 would have 630,916 as the first 6 digits of their identity card. Second example, a person born on the 1st of January 1900 would have 00101 as the first digit, same with a person born on the 1st of January 2000. However, this is not always the case, as this is an unofficial feature. This allows the system to take into account cases where the holder is unable to prove his or her actual date of birth according to the Gregorian calendar due to lack of documentation, translation of calendars, or simply not knowing. Unfortunately, general acceptance of this as the official date of birth has led to much confusion and error. PB, the 7th and 8th digit, based on the place of birth of the person, which will be referred from the birth certificate upon application of the MyCard. Policemen and armed forces is assigned with the unique digit 88 and 99 respectively throughout the term of service. After earning the term of service, they would gain the MyCard with the middle digits based on the place of birth. The 9th through 11th digit is the generic special number generated by the National Registration Department of Malaysia's computer system. G. The 12th digit represents the gender of the person. The odd numbers for G denote male while the even numbers denote female, although this may not always be the case as well. In such rare cases, a simple clerical error may cause a male being issued an identification card number ending with an even number, and vice versa. However, this error can be rectified at the time of collection of the card, if the holder is aware what the numbers stand for. Otherwise, the card holder may proceed to use the number issued by the NRD. On the back of the card, there is an additional 2-digit number after the 12-digit number to indicate the number of MyCard which a person previously held. Place of birth prior to 2001. Originally, any person who was born abroad used digit 71 or 72 in their identity card number, regardless with or without at least one parent with Malaysian citizenship. It is estimated that about 171,023 registered voters who born abroad and used digit 71 or 72 in MyCard. Majority of them born in Singapore before 1965, including Asman Ali and one Aziz or one Ismail. However, since 2001, any baby who was born abroad after 2001 is referred according to the place of birth rather than general digit 71 or 72 in the MyCard. It also affected any person who was born abroad regardless of the year of birth, who are applying MyCard without holding a high-quality identity card after 2001. Despite that, if any person born abroad who already had high-quality identity card, which means they registered their identity card before 2001, they still retain digits 71 or 72 to be used in the MyCard identity card number. High-quality identity card was in use as the Malaysia's identity card from 1990 to 2001. After 2001, a person with high-quality identity card is expected to renew the high-quality identity card with new MyCard. Applications on MyCard. The MyCard project was originally intended to have 4 functions: identity card, including fingerprints and photo, driving license, travel document in Malaysia and several neighboring countries. However, a conventional passport is still required for international travel. The card is aimed at reducing congestion at the border by enabling the use of unmanned gates using biometric identification, storage of health information, current applications. 4 further applications were added before during its initial release: e-cash, an electronic wallet system intended for low-value, high-volume transactions; ATM integration; Touch and Go, Malaysia's toll road tolling system and also public transport payment; digital certificate, commonly known as public key infrastructure, only supported by the 64 kilobits version. At this time, most of the functions are still not widely used because they are not widely promoted. Future proposed applications. The extensible design of the card may be leading to functionality creep. Further applications envisaged by the government include frequent travelers card, merge with the payment multi-purpose card, giving the MyCard credit and debit card functions that will pave the way for other financial uses. Personal identification: MyCard must be carried at all times. Failure to do so may incur a fine of between $3,000 and $20,000, a jail term of up to 3 years. No unauthorized persons, including security guards, are allowed to retain the MyCards of other people. Only those authorized by the National Registration Department, like the police and immigration officers, can do so. For Muslim citizens, Islam is printed on the card below the picture of the holder. This is to help the enforcement of Sharia law, which is applicable only to Muslims, as the state of Sabah and Sarawak maintains separate immigration controls. Citizens who have permanent residency in the state of Sabah and Sarawak are denoted by the letters H and K, respectively, on the bottom right corner of the card. Public key infrastructure: MyCard's public key infrastructure application allows for 2 digital certificates to be inserted. MyCard holders can apply and purchase the digital certificates from 2 of Malaysia's certification authority, MSC TrustGate, ComSDN, BHD, and DigiCert SDN, BHD. PKI allows for easy securing of private data over public telecommunications networks, thus allowing secure electronic transactions over the Internet, which include online submission of tax returns, Internet banking, secure email. MyCard as a travel document. MyCard can be used as a travel document for citizens from Peninsular Malaysia to travel to Sabah and Sarawak for social and business visits not more than 3 months. Frequent travelers between Malaysia and Brunei can use MyCard as a travel document, as Malaysia stopped issuing and renewing restricted passports for citizens from Peninsular Malaysia to travel to Singapore beginning the 1st of January 2006. Malaysia considered negotiating with Singapore to allow frequent Malaysian travelers to enter Singapore using MyCard. However, Singapore rejected the use of MyCard by frequent Malaysian travelers to enter the country, citing security concerns. MyID. The MyID is a Malaysian government initiative that implements the National Registration Identity Card number as the sole reference number for Malaysians in the transactions as an individual with the government agencies. Other cards with similar MyCard features. MyKid. MyKid is a chip-based children identity card, a personal identification document issued to children under the age of 12. Introduced on the 1st of January 2003, MyKid contains features similar to MyCard except that it does not include a photograph and thumbprint biometric data. For registration of new birth, MyKid will be processed during the application for registration of birth. Children born before 2003 do not get a MyKid. The term kid refers to slang for child in the English language, or acronym for card identity area personal identification card. MyKid is issued in pink instead of blue. Visible data for MyKid in block letters include the heading card Pengenalan Kanak-Kanak Malaysia, NIC numbers, full name, permanent address, gender, citizenship status, parents' religion, The MiCA chip currently stores only 3 types of data: birth data, e.g., information on birth parents; health information, e.g., immunization records; education information, e.g., enrollment in schools. Benefits of MiCA: reduces use of paper forms when dealing with government or private agencies, used in transactions with departments or agencies such as hospitals or clinics for medical examination, schooling, etc. Portable due to its small size. Contains security features to prevent abuse. Uses chip technology where information can be read on the card or in the chip. The information in the chip can also be updated easily. Attractive design. MYPR is an identity card, a personal identification issued to residents of Malaysia with permanent residence status. All residents of Malaysia with permanent residence status are required to change their identity card to MYPR with effect from the 1st of June 2006. The MYPR is read and visible date include the heading, card pengenalan Malaysia Pemastortan Tetip, full name, NIC number, permanent address, gender, permanent resident status. MiCAs is a temporary resident identity card issued under Regulation 5 of the National Registration Regulations 1990. It is green with expiry date indicated on the card. MiCAs must be renewed within 5 years. MyTentera. The MyTentera will replace the current BAT-C10 document. The MyTentera will be silver and feature the Malaysian Armed Forces logo at the back top right corner. It will also contain a 12-digit military identification number similar to the NIC number.